You're watching What's All Committee, and I'm your host, CJ. Welcome back to another album review, and today's album review will be of Overkill's Scorched. Yeah, the same day as Metallica's. The same day as Metallica's. I did not get to that one. I wanted to get to that one on the 14th when it was released, but didn't have time. Had to put it off for a week, and well, yeah. Here we are. We're going to review this album. Um, yeah, the band that was my first introduction to metal. The first album I listened to was Under the Influence back in 2009. Basically got me into heavy metal. This is, well, the band that was my first introduction to metal has released a banger album, Scorched. This album is quite different from the rest. It's not the same old that we get from Overkill. That people have been saying over the years that it's just the same album recycled over and over. This isn't that. It's more technical and different feel. Really do like this album. It's better than their last one. Honestly, it's vastly different than anything they've done recently. The album stands out from the others Overkill released over the years, and it is very hard hitting, good, and that's a very good thing. The thrash style's there. There's more technical. It's basically borderline tech thrash, but yeah, we all know tech thrash is toxic and those bands, so it's nowhere near that technical, but it's still pretty technical for what Overkill has done over the years. Another thing I like about this one is the breakdowns. Yes, this album has breakdowns on it. Spoiler, it does have breakdowns. As a fan of core, this makes me very happy to see that, and makes this album have a completely other element. No, they're not as brutal and filthy as some of the deathcore stuff that I review on here, but yeah, that would kind of like be weird for a thrash band to try, but still gives it that element. The breakdowns are really good. The songs are very good. The riffs are very good. Basically, a great album. I think this one of Overkill's best albums in recent times and is different from the other albums before it, like I've said before. Can't stress enough on how different this album is. Not a bad song to be heard on this one. It's completely perfect all the way through. I like everything that this album has to offer. Um, Standout songs, Scorched. The opening is fucking epic in every way. An absolute banger for first song. Absolutely a banger for the first song on an album. It's it's the song that starts off the album and the first single off this album. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if it's the first single, but it's the first one that I seen that came out for the singles for this record. Thrashy with the signature sounding vocals. Blitz is amazing on this album as well. The vocals are reminiscent of every single Overkill album. Yeah, the vocals are as on point as they've always been for Overkill. That's basically a given. The solos are really the solo on this song, Scorched, is very weird, but really cool, and I do like the solo a lot. Um, Another standout is the Surgeon. The riffs, the different parts are fantastic on this song. This song has a heaviness to it, the heaviness a thrash record needs. Um, this album is not dull at all when it comes to heaviness. There's a lot of like really chuggy riffs and like really thrashy parts and twist of the wick. The solos, from the solos to the one part, aka the heavy slowdown part, definitely this is one of the best songs in the album. Probably, no, Scorched is probably my favorite one. Uh, Scorched is my favorite song on the album, but Twist of the Wick is a good second. Um, the slowdown part, I'm not going to spoil what that is, but yeah. Fever, a weird song unlike anything Overkill has done before. I really do like Fever. For some reason, this song really connects with me because it's like different than the other, different than what Overkill has usually done. kind of like off the wall type song. It's like not a thrash song at all, and basically just a metal song. Know Her Name, a classic sounding thrashy song from Overkill. Very badass, honestly. I really do like Know Her Name. And yeah, that's basically what I think of this album. I think this album is vastly different and is worth your is worth your time. Yeah, I like the other Overkill albums as well. I don't think they've ever done a bad album. Even the 2005 album, I still like that one. I still like basically every single one they've ever done. It's the band that got me into this genre and got me into listening to metal. But so hope everyone liked it, and I will see everyone in the next video.